What's up, fam? Another quick video, but a very important one. So please give this video a like as you enter, have a seat, and let's get into it. So the U.S. has been on high alert since October. I gave you a story on that back in October, and I think I reiterated it a few weeks after I did it, that we are on high alert because of what is happening. Now the EU basically is on high alert. They're saying that we need to be, we all, EU, United States, and other countries, we need to be paying attention, stay vigilant. They think that terrorist attacks may happen at Christmas time. They don't have any information to say that this is what is happening, but this is what they are seeing with all of the different propaganda that's out there. Also, a similar warning came from the German Interior Minister, who told reporters the EU had to keep a close eye on threats and propaganda, as there was a high risk of further emotionalization and radicalization, boy, they coming up with these words, of violent Islamic perpetrators. So that is what is happening. Many European countries have seen a surge in hate crimes since Hamas gunmen attacked Israeli community, leaving 1,200 people dead, and many others held hostage in Gaza. EU ministers were meeting after a deadly attack close to the Eiffel Tower on Saturday, in which a 23-year-old German tourist called Colin B. was stabbed to death, and his girlfriend and British tourists were wounded. The young German couple had visited Disneyland Paris. You can't even go to Disneyland. You can't just do anything anymore. But anyway, y'all keep your head on a swivel. Police said the 26-year-old French suspect, who comes from a non-religious Iranian family, had pledged allegiance to the Islamic State group. The man who was arrested at the scene had previously been imprisoned for planning a terror plot in the business district outside of Paris. In 2020, he was interviewed by French police for having communicated with Abdullah, who murdered teacher Samuel Paty. There was an anti-terror prosecutor that raised concerns about his behavior, although there was no evidence at the time to take further measures against him. Germany has also been on alert for a possible attack as well. Last week, 2 boys were detained in different parts of the country on suspicion of planning a militant Islamic attack on a Christmas market in the city. And a 20-year-old Iraqi who arrived in Germany last year is in custody on suspicion of planning a knife attack on Christmas market in Hanover. The head of German domestic intelligence in the eastern state has warned of the considerable potential for danger, not just to Christmas markets, but to major sporting events such as the Paris Olympics and the Euro 2024 football championships next year. So this is some major stuff that's taking place right now. And what's happening here in the United States. So back in October, major U.S. cities, including New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., stepped up security for residents, especially around Jewish and Muslim places for worship, ahead of protests and against any threats of violence over the escalating conflict between Israel and Hamas in the Middle East. I see some colleges are now being sued, or possibly gonna be sued, for not having more security on their campuses and allowing violence on their campuses when it comes to the protests. They said that leave was canceled for police officers in several of the cities, with security heightened around sites such as synagogues, schools, and embassy in Washington. We have heavy law enforcement that is present in these protests that are gathering in New York City Times Square, and they also have they had the National Guard out at the airports as well. So people are coming from all over the world just to see this Christmas tree. So security, they are on high alert in New York.
every night.
Didn't matter how cold it felt or how long they had to wait to get through security. Tonight was the ultimate bucket list moment. The NYPD deploying thousands of uniformed officers, ensuring that every spectator is safe for Christmas in Rockefeller Center. Along with festiveness comes some gridlock, too, with more open streets around Rockefeller Center this year than in years past, causing headaches for drivers, but giving the public a chance to see the tree up close.
American college campuses have become a flashpoint in recent days, with groups of pro-Israel and pro-Palestinian protesters confronting each other. And this is where that violence is taking place, because everybody's not protesting peacefully. So it says that protests were also expected in the Middle East and elsewhere in the U.S. on that particular day, but they are still protesting. They protesting every single day. You have people gluing their hands to the concrete in the middle of the street. People who tried to stop the whole Macy's Day Parade. I mean, I can say everybody, but they are protesting. And this is getting dangerous. Well, this has already gotten dangerous. People have lost their lives already. This conflict has raised tensions in the U.S., with both Jewish and Muslim groups reporting an increase in abuse and threats that are directed at their communities. The expected protests have raised concerns of possible violence. The FBI is aware of open source reports about calls for global action and that was on Friday the 13th, y'all. And they are still out here actively seeking out individuals who are on their radar. But what about the ones who aren't on their radar? Because of all of these open borders, you see people coming in from all these other countries, not just the ones we know about, but the countries that they don't be talking about. Every member of the New York Police Department will be ready and be in uniform on any protest day. They kind of have taken leave away because of all this protest that's going on now. It's heightened. I'm pretty sure the airports are going to be extra tight come closer to Christmas Day. So the governor of New York said that she feels safe knowing that the police are ready to safeguard all of the communities across the state, but there were no credible threats, at least that they're telling us about. But there's no reason to feel afraid. And I agree, there is no reason to feel afraid, and you shouldn't have to alter your life, she said, and I agree with that as well. And while you shouldn't have to alter your life and go on and live it how you're going to live it, we need to be more aware of our surroundings. What is happening? Don't be so self-consumed or in your phone that you are not paying attention to what is happening around you. So guys, please stay safe wherever you're going for the holidays. Even if you're staying home and you're doing things around your area, you just don't know where this is going to break out at. Make sure you're staying stocked up, staying as prepared as you possibly can. And when I say stocked up, I don't just mean food, if you understand where I'm coming from.
Oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again. To see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me.